So finally, I'm able to install and use iOS 16 Beta 2. So I decided to get a head start and download the Beta 2 version of iOS 16, and I had to do that by joining the beta testing program. I never really thought about doing that before because I really didn't care about joining the beta testing program, but I decided, you know what, since I do tech reviews, it'll be cool if I share my experience with you guys on iOS 16. Now, right out the gate, iOS 16 is only going to be available from the iPhone 8 or later. Basically the iPhone 7s and whatever. You will not get the iOS 16 update. I'm sorry about that. You have to upgrade your phone. All right, so at first glance, it looks really smooth. I'm a fan of minimalistic design, and I love this about Apple. Apple makes minimalism look so cool. The graphics and user experience is really refreshing as always, and I like it. So let me start by saying this about Apple. Apple is a master at bringing features that we already encountered or somehow we already experienced on other devices and making it look cool. Now let's start with the first obvious thing that you see when you hold a phone or an iPhone with iOS 16 installed: the lock screen. Instantly, the lock screen takes your attention because the lock screen is different. Now with this new lock screen, you can fully customize it and it's cool. You can change the time font, you can add new widgets, you can add weather, you can add your fitness, you can add various things to your lock screen, and you can also add more lock screens. Now the cool thing about adding more lock screen is you can link a lock screen to your focus. So if you don't know what focus is, well, focus is this Apple new Zen way. It's like do not disturb, but different tiers of don't disturb. So now you can have mindfulness, you can have work, you can have gaming, you can have play, whatever focus you want to do. You can now link a lock screen to a focus. So let's say mindfulness, for example. On my mindfulness focus, I decided to go with something really cool and really light spiritual type of lock screen. So that's what I chose for my mindfulness. Now for gaming or for work, it might be different. So the fact that you can do something like that is really cool. The emoji lock screen is lame. Take it out. I feel you should, instead of using emojis, I think use animojis instead. So you can have your animoji on your lock screen. It'll be better than using an emoji. I'm just saying, because the fact that this lock screen feature that Apple is rolling out for iOS 16 is not new. If you use the watch is the same thing as changing watch faces. It's just now taking that, implementing that into the mobile phones, and then taking it to another level. But pretty much the base foundation was from the watch. So the fact that they did this, I think having an emoji instead of yourself, maybe, making silly faces, is cooler than actually having a screen full of emojis that is just lame. So that's my thoughts on the emoji background lock screen. But every other thing is really cool about this new lock screen. It brings a whole new experience to the typical iPhone user. And if you are pretty much new to the iOS family, I think this is a good welcome present, for you guys, especially if you are someone coming from Samsung who is used to having widgets on your lock screen. So now Apple has employed widgets on their lock screen 10 years late. Now, let's go to the next obvious feature, and that's in messages. Now, messages have a ton of cool stuff. If you send a message from iOS 16 to iOS 15, you can delete that message from your phone. But the downside is the person who is receiving the message on iOS 15 will still see that message. So if you are sending a drunk text or a crazy text to your boss, don't make that mistake of doing that if you don't know what OS they are using. So you get the big picture. And also for the green exiles, I call them green exiles. What I mean is green bubble. For the green bubble exiles, yes, it will not work if you are texting someone who is on the green bubble side. So I'm just saying here, FYI, take note of that. Now, this is another very impressive feature because this feature now allows you to isolate images and convert them to like PNG type images. So now you can take out the background, you can isolate a car, or you can isolate your picture, or you can isolate something that you like, whatever you want to take out of a picture, you can easily isolate it. You can hold it down like I'm doing right here and isolate that picture, and you can send it or share it with your friends, and it will just be that picture. That is really cool. And the fact that the AI crops it perfectly makes it even better. It's not janky, it's not, rough around the edges. It's smooth and it looks professional. It looks like something someone would do with Photoshop or one of these softwares. So that is really, 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 really cool. By the way, shout out Blue Devils. So let's get to the next feature, which is keyboard haptics. Now with keyboard haptics, it's another cool feature. I mean, it's kind of cool. I personally don't feel any different using haptics because the feedback is mild and it's even next to nothing for me. You might have a different experience. For me, I really don't give a fuck about haptic feature, but who knows? It might be better when the main software rolls out. Personally, I like strong haptics, and I'm not a fan of weak haptics. So the fact that I'm typing and it still feels like I'm not even using haptics is kind of lame to me, but it's still a cool feature to add to iOS 16, which I might add again by saying that haptics have been around for over 10 years. So with Samsung, we've had haptics on Samsung like forever. So the fact that Apple is doing it now, like I said again, that's what makes it cool. And the funny thing is, the people will take it and accept it despite the fact that they have experienced that technology or that feature before. It's cool. It's like a circle of life type thing. Anyway, so next on the list on my experience is that I like is the weather. The weather app looks better now, and also if I'm an ad, the graphics now look better than iOS 15. So as you can see here, I am looking at the weather in New York and it's raining, and you can see the animation looks really cool and the animation looks really crisp. So you can see that rainfall, cloud, lightning or whatever, and it's a step up from iOS 15 and I love it. So it's probably one of the coolest feature on iOS 16. Now there are other little things here and there like live feed, where let's say you order let's say you call an Uber, for example, you will see a live feed of where the car is on your lock screen without having to constantly go check the app to know what's going on. Or you order a pizza or something, you get to see that live feed right on your lock screen. So that's another really cool feature, although you won't see me do that here in this video, but that's a feature that I just think I should throw in there. So yeah. Now the last but not the least is continuity camera. Now with continuity camera, it's a feature where you can use your phone as a wireless webcam for your Mac. Now it really doesn't work with all Mac OSs. I really don't know the Mac OS that it works with, but I know it's not compatible with every Mac OS. But the good thing about this feature is now you can harness the power of the iPhone camera for your PC, and you can step into that Zoom meeting like a boss with a dope ass camera. So you can use that and now enjoy all the features of your phone camera on your PC. So like cinematic mode, like ProRes or whatever, or blur the background, all that little cool stuff here and there. 4K 60 frames, you can have that with your phone as a wireless webcam with your Mac. So that is a really, really cool feature. I think I will be using that a lot. But like I said again, a handful of people will not really give a shit about this, but I do. And I have to say that the fact that Apple included this with this new update is really, really good. Now people can use their phones and not feel, because laptops don't have, the MacBooks don't have the same camera quality as the phone. So now having this feature added to it, now you can enjoy all the cool features of the phone on your MacBooks, and that's really, really cool. So anyway, guys, that's it for iOS 16 beta 2, and I'm looking forward to the actual launch of iOS 16 and iPhone 14. By the way, like I said, if you are new to my channel, I am Cipher Tech. I do tech and game reviews when I can. When I can get my hands on cool gadgets, I do cool tech reviews. And that's pretty much it, guys. And also upcoming, I will also do, I think, watch OS 9. And so stay tuned for that video. I'll work on that as well. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Thank you guys for watching the video. By the way, if you are new, don't forget, this is Cipher Tech here. We do tech and game reviews, and welcome to the army. So that's all I have for you guys, folks. Until then, stay safe, stay frosty. Cipher Tech out.